Hello. He put that far too back. No, I'm fine. Haha. Hello everyone, welcome to the Khumbakharna support clash guide. This will be 3 episodes unless some major changes happen to our boy here. Alright, so we've got Ram, Discordia, Janus. Okay, in clash I'm fine with 2 mages. That's perfectly alright with me. Alright. Ram is fairly interesting in clash because his ult is less of a surprise. In Conquest, it's really nice because it gives him some extra reach via rotation. Oh, Thanatos. Okay. Still not bad. Actually, Thanatos is one of the few assassins I really appreciate in Clash because if he can really get rolling, he can get a nice penta. I absolutely carried the team there. Or are we going Diamond? Is that what we're doing here? Okay, Nox, good. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I would have preferred a bit more of a durable front line. I'll have to work a lot harder, but I'll see what I can do. I am somewhat concerned. They only have one, well, they have Anubis who's a little tankier than your average mage. This will be interesting. Ares, of course, boosts the protections of those around him with his aura briefly, so this will be fairly interesting to see how this is going to go down. Let me see here. I might go Orabot. That might be my best move here. I'm thinking actually it is going to be my best move. So we're going to open up with a nice Gauntlet of Thebes. No, I don't think we need War Flag. Only Thanatos and Ram will really care about their auto attacks enough for that. So I think I'd rather have Sentinel's Gift, go for Sentinel's Embrace, really go very hard on the protection boosting. Save up my gold so I guess I won't be getting Gauntlet of Thieves right now. I totally forgot my own plan. I guess we'll get that second item, but the Sovereignty is still going to be a good first item because they have 3 physical plus the minions, so actually probably in the short term it's going to be the better strategy. Whether or not I suffer in the mid game for this is going to be up in the air, but if I'm cautious and play smart, it shouldn't. That's really what it comes down to, so this is going to be fairly interesting. Anubis is not going to have a good time against Thanatos though, so that is some fairly good news there. There we go. Oh, they stole that. That was a really nice steal, I gotta say. Good play, good play. Sleep. Oh, I hit him. Nice. I'm using too much mana, though. Let me absorb some off these people. They're trying to have the Anubis solo farm, so that way he can get really strong very quickly. That is exactly what they're doing. I don't think you're gonna get where you think you're gonna get. Okay. No, you're fine. You're alright. Why does he hit like a wet noodle? Okay, he went with the more lifesteal rather than the higher power. Okay, fair enough. I can kind of respect that. He wants to survive more than he wants to kill at this point, so that's a pretty smart move overall. Let's see what else we got over here. Charybdis, that's fine. What do we got going on over here? A good silence. That was a good prediction of what he was going to do next. It's a pretty good play. Nope. Yeah, Nox is a good time with Khumbakharna. Alright. Let's see here. And yeah, we need more wards, I think. I want to ward the middle there, so that way we don't get ambushed by whoever. He's going to be looking for his ult pretty soon, so I'm kind of worried about that. For my allies, at least. Nope. Nope. Okay. I didn't have anything up. I don't think my show would have reached. Okay, we're going to turn this around. We're going to turn this around. No, we're not. Alright, so we didn't get first blood, but we're not so far behind that it's going to be a major problem. Picking up Charybdis in return would have been really nice. I cannot believe he's going for this. And I stole it from you, and you're still going to probably die. No, you're not gonna die. Oh wait, Giannis might pick you up. Very nice. I was really relying on Thanatos to hit that. I mean, if I was able to, you know, lock him down for that hit, but still, I wasn't 100% sure. It was a dream. Still have good enough sustain where we... that actually puts us back on the map pretty considerably, though. So it's really nice. I've got some good sustain going on here. I've been managing my mana pretty well. I now have the mana buff that Uller was kind enough to provide me. Awfully decent of him. Okay, alright. I'm just going to walk through it because I don't care. I regretted everything. I regret all of that. So, you know. It took more damage there than I was expecting. I didn't think he was going to push that far up and be that aggressive with it. Good play, Honest. Good play. Alright, what are we doing over here, huh? You stop that. Okay. I'll continue trying to keep people alive and trying to just gently farm assists. There we go. There. That's all you need. Okay. Good play. Good play. Ram's ult is always useful for those under tower kills. Oh, crap. I'm gonna die. That's okay. There's nothing I can do about that. I was able to save someone else's life, so that's fine. No, I failed to save. Never mind. Thanatos still died. Never mind. Now we're gonna go for. No, we're gonna go for Heartward. I'm not gonna go for Call of Thebes. I don't have the time. I need to buff everyone as quickly as possible. We have 3 magics. I want to get Voidstone as well. I would like to get Mail of Renewal additionally. There we go. Okay. Not sure why everyone ignored this side, but there we have it. Ooh, nice. Oh, he beats. Alright, fair enough. I don't think he really necessarily needed the... Oh, Thanatos is right there. Never mind. That was a good play on his part then. Okay. Alright. Oh, stop poking me. Oh, holy cow. Nope. Nope, not happening. He used speeds. That's probably a good move. I don't think he would have lived if... ooh. Oh, yes. Very nice. They're mad. Oh, are we going in on this? I don't want to. I'm getting killed. I know it's my job, but I'm not getting killed for any specific reason. Okay, nice. Slaps. Oh, here, take this shell. Whoa. Okay, what are we doing now? Okay, I guess I'll pick that up because nobody else was. I had to have 0 mana left. Ah, I'm so dead. No, yes. I was going to say, if I survive that, there's something wrong. Alright, my next move. At this particular point, let's go with Breastplate of Valor. I don't think they're building crits. No, they're not. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I'll get Pestilence right afterwards. Then I want to get Mail of Renewal. I'll have to drop the Void Stone. I'm not going to have the space for that, but that's fine. Mail of Renewal, I think, is going to be a little bit more important in the long term. I need cooldowns to help keep my allies alive. I also need MP5. I could have used my ult back there. That would have been really nice. I could have popped up areas, gotten everyone out safe if I had done that. Or most likely gotten everyone out safe. He would have been able to just run in and ult people. If I'd been able to ult him first. Hi, how you doing? Yeah? Feeling cute? Might flame later? Come on, flame on. Punk, let's go. Thank you. Nope, you're out of here. She timed that really well, though. Gotta give her props. Not today, Zerg. Nice. Get a speed boost here. Let's see what's going on. This is getting a little anxious here. Alright. Yep. Alright. Ooh, bold move, Janus. Bold move. I wish you'd waited for me, though. There we go. There's Ares. That's fine. Why does Trib just have the mana buff? That's an interesting choice. But okay. Hi. Missed again. Sorry. Okay, no, we're good, we're good. They're trying to make a pick with Ares. He's got his ult, that's all they're looking for. Yeah. Poke me all you want. Okay. Now what are you gonna do, punk? Oh, she's gonna absolutely... Yep. She absolutely took me out. I was the pick. They turned it around. Good. Oh, nope. We lost another one. Okay. I need blink. I need a better entry. Oh, that was a good hit. I didn't think it was going to hit that. They definitely have better ult combos. Ares and Anubis is quite the devastating combination. There it is. They also took our left tower, which is deeply unfortunate. Alright, that's not great. Let's see what we got here. Okay. See what happens next. Okay. We've got Tsukiyomi and Anubis over here. That's fine. Voidstone. Who bought that? Nox did, okay. That's fair enough. Huh. You're not building pen, are you? No, you're not. Okay. I knew immediately that you didn't have penetration.
If only they accepted us, we could have saved them.
What the? Excuse me? Get out of here. Hello. He put that far too back. No, I'm fine. Haha. Oh, now I'm dead. Yep. I got way too greedy there. But we can recover still. Well, I just need to get Pestilence now. And then I probably built this slightly too late, but I wanted the cooldown and the physical protections, considering their team comp has 3 physicals. That's why I built Breastplate of Valor first. It remains to be seen if that was a fatal mistake or not. It's not looking great right now, though, I'll definitely admit. That was a good dodge. Oh, nice dodging. He's survived purely because of those dodges. Okay, alright. Let's see what else we can get done here. Okay, so they've taken both our towers. We're behind on towers. Deeply unfortunate, but it's not over yet. Let's see. We're gonna wait for Ares. They're not gonna push up without him. Not aggressively, anyways. Excuse me? Okay. Alright. Oh, very nice. Nope. They're all after Thanatos. You can take me, I don't care. Thanatos gets out alive, though.
You have been slain.
I'll die for Thanatos. That's a good trade. Thanatos is actually doing things. I am not. They're just going to go right on in there. We need more penetration across the team, I think. Yeah. It's the primary issue. He's only got 10%. She's got Voidstone, which is okay, but still not a whole lot of penetration going on there. So that's probably the main issue right now. It's just that we haven't built any penetration. Although the enemy team hasn't really either. She's got Aussie. He's got flat 25. He's got flat 15. Anubis has 10%. I mean, it's no one's building penetration, which is kind of strange to me. But alright, fair enough.
Potential wasted.
Yeah. He got caught out, that's basically it. The main waves? I don't know what he's waiting for, but we're going to go ahead and weaken that down. Let the rest of the wave take care of this. Uller will probably clean it up, but I'm not really that concerned about it right now. I need to come over here and help out over here. Okay. I don't think we need to be attacking this, though. I really don't think I need to be here.
Exceptional.
Good kill, good kill. Alright. Not bad so far. I see an opportunity here. Maybe we can get something done. Oh, he beats. Okay. Nope. That was actually really nice. Oh, good hit. Alright. I need to go back and get Pestilence. That's very important right now. She's got lifesteal, he's got lifesteal. Everyone's got lifesteal, except for Ares, who just has passive HP 5, and Tsukiyomi, who does not. Well, he does in his auto attacks, I think. Percentage health healing. When he has his glowing, one of his glowing weapons. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure he has some mild health regeneration. It's not a thing to write home about, so I'm not that concerned about it, but he does have it. Please, oh, you are attacking this. Why? This is not a good idea. This is really a bad idea. Yeah. Oh, I was way too late on that shell. He should not have initiated that. Okay, I'm probably dead here. No, I made it. I had to waste my ult for that, but I don't think I was going to get out alive otherwise. I think Tsukiyomi was going to lock me down if I hadn't gotten the CC immunity from that ult. Yeah. Yeah, with two hunters, they have a lot more structure pressure. Yeah? Nice, steal. Fair enough. Uh-oh. Nice job.
That can stop us.
I can't kill him. I don't have enough.
An enemy has been
Oh, he got him, though. Oh, no, he got somebody else. Never mind. Somebody completely different. Very nice. They saved my life there, I'm pretty sure. Hey, you want to talk? Okay. Yeah, we need to take the tower, please. Please? Please. Just take the tower. We don't need the Phoenix. We don't need Tribdis. Tribdis would just be a nice bonus. Yeah? How's this working out for you, Ares? Oh, you are... yeah, I was going to say, Thanatos is already in the air. You were doomed. Oh, nice. Nice job. That was a good play by Nox. That was really good grab.
Exceptional.
We have losing people back here. Nice.
One less opponent that can stop us.
Oh, it was Tsukiyomi shooting me. I thought it was, Never mind. I guess I was mistaken. Alright. Let me just take some free damage. That's fine. Yeah, probably a better idea. Getting a little greedy there. I got it, I got it. This is already worked on, so... Very nice. Alright, we are definitely making a really sweet recovery here. Mostly the reason why is because I think we have a better team fight. Once Ares uses his ult, or isn't around to use his ult, they really don't have a whole lot of options. The Anubis is basically standing there and dying to a combination of Nox, Ram, Janus, Thanatos. They all absolutely slap him the instant he stops moving, which is half his kit, so that's a huge problem for him. And the duo Hunters is not quite as effective in Clash in the long term as the duo Mages. So, and now I've got Mail of Renewal. Once I get my Embrace of the Sentinel, whatever it's called, Sentinel's Embrace, I can really start to boost the defense of my allies as well as heal them. So that'll really mitigate a lot of the damage incoming. I'll be able to just absolutely massively reduce the amount of damage that they'll be taking net. Because I'll be able to heal back some of the lost HP as well. Oop. That almost got ugly. Also, we had the Apophis benefit as well there, the buff. And now I'm just going to lock you down so that way Rom can kill you. Because once you're gone, that's it. They don't have anything else. There we go. Hey, stand still. So my people can kill... Uh-oh. We're having... There we go. Oh, so close. You can get him. You can get him. You're faster than he is. You waited too long. We have this movement speed boost. Very nice. I didn't mean to say bye. Yeah, you better run. I will get you killed one way or another. Alright. Okay. And... yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything with this. Not right now. Oh, he beat me to it. That was too slow. I timed it wrong. Oh, you got it, though. Alright, good. I want to get Sentinel's Embrace really quick before I start fighting. There we go. I could have boosted my relics, but I wasn't sure I would have the time. Nox is pushing up pretty aggressively. They're all back. I want to make sure I'm here for the fight when it starts, if it starts. I just want to make sure that nobody dies on my watch. I'll get my relics when I'm dead. Wow, that was a curb stomp. Nice. Need to push down, right Phoenix again. Let's see what we can get here. I'm just gonna let Thanatos hit him. Really? Alleviate some pressure from Nox and everyone. Alright.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, alright. Nope. No. Oh, you're gonna go for it. Oh, he got her. I'm impressed. Nice. I don't think this is a good idea.
Is unstoppable.
That was a nice job, though. He really picked that up quite nicely. Oh, are we still fighting? No, Anubis is just being too ambitious. That's fine. They're going to go to the right lane and defend that, I think. I want to see if I can keep this pressure on. See if I can get them to ignore the right lane long enough. Either they can ignore the right lane, or something. Either they have to go over there and devote time to that. Okay, Anubis is over there. He's going to try to stop me, but... You stopped that. I should have actually stopped you before. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Could have mild issues here. Nah, they didn't chase me. I'm fine. This is totally fine. And... That was really well played. I don't think any of us got sucked in by that. You think? I'm gonna use my passive in a hot second. Nope. I'm gonna die, but that's fine. As long as they take the rest of the enemies out. Okay, they took Uller. They took Charybdis. They took Anubis. For me, this is excellent. It looks like they're gonna take Ares as well, probably. No, he's much healthier than I expected. What does he have? Just lots of HP 5. Oh, he's got Chalice of Healing. Okay. I mean, as long as you have two people there to lock him down, I don't think that's really going to be a problem. I don't think they need to all be there for that. Yeah, it looks like they got this in the bag. This should be finish. My boy got a bit ambitious there, but Thanatos is able to pick it up. Good. Ares isn't going to be able to save this. Yeah, I was going to say, there was no way Ares was going to be able to save that. So what happened? We won, despite a bit of a rough early game. But why was our early game rough? Why did we recover so well in the late game? Now, first off, it's important to note that both sides only had one tank. So my initial fears in the loading screen of being the only tank that my team had was immediately alleviated by that fact. Next, you have to compare our assassins, actually, because that was a pretty major turning point. I have to point out that in terms of Clash, Thanatos is a little bit more reliable than Tsukiyomi is, simply because Thanatos can absolutely dominate with the massive amount of healing he has available to him, and with stationary targets, or relatively stationary targets, such as Tsukiyomi, who does not have a regular escape. He actually does not have any escape at all, and Anubis, who also does not have an escape. Thanatos had a lot of enemies. He could just... And actually, for that matter, even Ares doesn't have an escape. The chains can speed him up and slow you down, but if he's not got Thanatos chained, then he's got no real way of escaping from Thanatos, who can boost his own movement speed. So Thanatos had 3 targets with which he could Death Scythe for healing. This gave him a much longer-lasting presence in a lot of fights than Tsukiyomi did. You'll notice that whenever Tsukiyomi was focused, usually he died. And that's because Ares, for all of his perks, really doesn't have a way of interrupting enemy attacks in the middle. I've got my sleep that I can use to interrupt an enemy's assault on one of my allies. They're, busting out a dangerous ability, go to sleep. Ares doesn't have that, so in that one advantage, I was able to keep Thanatos alive in situations that Tsukiyomi was dying in. Really, that's one of the things it comes down to, is that first off, our assassin was a better choice for Clash because he could sustain himself throughout longer fights than Tsukiyomi could. And second, I just happen to have more crowd control that can interrupt attacks than Ares does. Ares only has his ult, but my ult can also interrupt attacks, but I have my sleep as well. I also can root enemies, which helped Thanatos hit his Death Scythe even more often, and also helped Rom really impact a lot more shots. Ares was able to mimic this pretty effectively with chains, of course, but with the 2 hunters, that's really powerful and all, but we had 2 mages, which has, of course, a better team fight presence there. Definitely the strongest members of their team was hands down Anubis and Ares. Charybdis was really able to wipe me out a lot of the time, but she's very good at that. She's actually probably one of the worst fears of a Khumbakharna present in the game right now. That's fine. She played pretty well otherwise, but she was really able to slap me down very quickly. But we just had a lot better of a team fight presence between Nox and Janus. The Ram, of course, with his ult being able to reach pretty far, being able to preserve him temporarily in the hopes that I can save him. Unfortunately, a lot of the time I was not able to. So there is that as well. Build-wise, the Janus built pretty standard. We've talked about that build a ton. It's very standardized. I would possibly argue Soul Gem might have been a bit more useful in the early game for sustain reasons, but clearly, based on the Janus' score, not really a problem. The Chronos Pendant on Janus was probably so he could portal in and out of areas faster to help keep himself alive. So in Janus' case, yes, I can completely understand the early Chronos Pendant. Much more understandable, but for other mages, I would say probably Soul Gem would be first here. Soul Reaver, excellent item. I don't necessarily... well, I was going to say I don't really find this particularly necessary, but considering Ares and the amount of protections he can boost, which I think it's 35, which can be quite substantial, I would say this actually probably did Janus a lot of good in that fight. Abshard for a similar reason, and Rod of Tahuti probably just for the pure power, in all honesty. Really not otherwise quite necessary. The Thanatos' build was very interesting, but I do want to talk about it. So Jotun's Wrath was obviously rushed, and this was purely for the cooldown reduction, I think, and the huge spike in power of 50. Tainted Amulet is fairly interesting, but I can absolutely see the use of this. This is really trying to force enemies to remain in the death threshold and not being able to heal. This was primarily built, I suspect, in response to Anubis. I think would be one of the big culprits here. But the protections that this provides also gives Thanatos specifically quite the impressive boost, and does give him some power. So it's not like he's sacrificing a whole lot to build this. This is actually a really well thought out pick, and I'm very impressed. It had never occurred to me to use this with Thanatos, so I think this is awesome. Take notes, Thanatos mains. A Runeforged Hammer is fairly interesting and doesn't make sense until you consider that every time Thanatos silences an enemy, they're taking 20% increased damage from him, including Death Scythe. Have a nice day. Also, giving him more health allows him to use his abilities with a little less fear. Pridwin, this was primarily built, I suspect, to finish off the cooldown reduction, give him some more protections. And when he lands with his ultimate, giving him a little bit of a health shield so he can get back out of an ugly situation, because Thanatos' ult is also his escape. So ulting into a situation is probably pretty scary as a Thanatos, especially if you're on low health and you're gambling that you get that kill. Alternatively, another point that I would like to observe is that if you're trying to ult someone who isn't in the death threshold and you're trying to land the ult so you can death scythe them right afterwards, Pridwin gives you just enough of a health shield to give you that time to death scythe in most cases. So I think that's really why this was built. I don't think this was built specifically for the shield explosion. I don't think Thanatos was really going to be relying on that. I think it was really built for the cooldowns, the boosts in both protections, and just the health shield itself without any expectation of it exploding. And if it does explode, I think it was built for the slowdown that it provides, since that will really help Thanatos land a Death Scythe to heal off of. So Pridwin offers Thanatos a lot of benefits. The one thing that I usually complain about Pridwin about, which is the weak amount of damage that the shield does, I think that was the one reason Thanatos didn't build Pridwin, in all honesty. It would just be a nice bonus. Heartseeker, of course, works really well with Death Scythe. The enemy team, of course, had the Ares buffs. He was also building Orobot, so that really makes a lot of sense. Caduceus Shield for more healing, a little bit more protections. It's a really nice hybrid build, in all honesty. I do want to see... yeah, it was a fantastic hybrid build, very well thought out. Really reflected the enemy team, I think, very intelligently. So I'm very impressed overall. I think this is great. And then we have Nox, who also built kind of hybrid. The Jade Emperor's Crown is the only one possibly I don't 100% agree with, but considering the presence of Uller and Tsukiyomi, this does make a little bit more sense. So I can kind of see that. I still think there might have been some better choices there. I think maybe Breastplate of Valor would have been really good, get your maxed cooldown, but then she had Sands of Time, so I can see why she wouldn't want that. Fair enough. Celestial Legion Helm also could have been really nice. You know, once the first couple of physicals died, once actually the first one died, you were pretty much all set. Rod of Tahuti, of course, and Spear of Desolation. Overall, a decent build. Like I said, the only one I can kind of understand Voidstone. I know some people who play Nox very close range, so this makes some sense in that context, and she did actually pop into me a couple of times, so this does make some sense. I'm not really going to criticize this. I understand why this was built. This confuses me. I think there were probably better options for her at that point. The 20 magic power isn't really going to do you much good. I think Celestial Legion Helm would have been a little bit better, like I said before. Get some MP5 in there, some more MP5. Get some, temporary physical protection boosts. Yes, I know its default protections is only 30, I think, if I remember correctly, but you get, you get 5 stacks of additional, what is it now? Is it, 8 or something? 7? I can't remember. I can't remember how much each stack is worth off the top of my head, but I think it would have been a better option for her. And of course, good old Rom, Ekival, Atlantis Bow, crits out the wazoo. Perfectly fine. I would have liked to personally have seen a little bit more penetration, but this was actually perfectly acceptable. 20% isn't bad. It's good enough. The Ares, built pretty fine. Just totally fine build. I think overemphasized the magic protections a little bit. Thanatos was really slapping him, and so was Rom. Rom was hitting him very hard. So I think possibly dropping Bulwark of Hope, which is a rather unusual recommendation, but there was a lot that his team was benefiting out of Shogun's Kusari, in all honesty, and it's an aura, so I think what would have been a better choice would possibly have been Witchblade here instead of Bulwark of Hope. I think would have helped him stay alive against Rom a little bit better, would have helped him survive against Thanatos, who was actually having to auto-attack Ares to finish him off a lot of the times, so I think that would have helped against Thanatos as well. That would really be the only thing I would say about Ares' build overall. Tsukiyomi went pure damage, except for of course, the sledge here. And again, we already really talked about why Tsukiyomi had a hard time where Thanatos didn't, so we're going to kind of lightly pass over the actual character himself. The build is fine, but that's all I really have left to say about Tsukiyomi. Just a really fine overall strong damage build. Tribus, built pretty standard here. Oboe, Kaival, they nerfed that a little bit. Asi, Shinsai's, the Crusher, pretty standard stuff. Very understandable. I do think she would have benefited a little bit more from potentially some crits. And I say that because we didn't have... yes, I was building Quasi-Aura, but we didn't have a whole bunch of tankiness. Well, at first glance, we didn't. So she just was able to... She was keeping an eye on our builds, because this would have been a problem for her, this would have been a problem for her, this would have been a problem, this would have been a problem, of course, me. So she did build this in response. A lot of hunters, I think, would have, like I just was thinking about, I just kind of defaulted to, well, given our team comp, she should have built crit, but then I remembered a lot of my allies actually built hybrid, so she was actually responding and respecting that and built Shinsai's instead. So this is actually a really strong pick for her. The Crusher, I think she would have been better off with more penetration. Personally, the 15 flat wasn't going to do anything. You just built Shinsai's as a counter to the various protections we're building. Build more penetration. That would be all I would really say. I'm actually not going to criticize Shinsai's. That was genius. The Crusher was a bad move. She really needed more penetration than what she had. She had 30 flat penetration, and that's just not going to cut it with 2 people building hybrid, 1 going full tank. Absolute nonsense, okay? The Crusher was the one mistake here. Uller had almost the opposite problem. Uller built the Executioner very late compared to what we were doing. Transcendence as a first item is fine. The Crusher, understandable, also fine. Bloodforge, and now I think you're getting a little bit greedy and you're relying too much on your flat penetration here, because at this point, Nox is already working on the Jade Emperor's Crown. Thanatos had the Amulet, the pre-version, was working on Pridwin. This is a bit of an arrogant pick here, especially considering the cost of Bloodforge when you were behind at this point, or you were starting to fall behind. This was really not a good time to build this. nor were you in a position to do so effectively. So I will say that about Bloodforge. Aussie would have been a better pick. Stack up that flat penetration, get some attack speed in there, get some better lifesteal. Wind Demon was perfectly fine. Execution was fine but late. And then, of course, Deathbringer's last item after selling, apparently, your starter item, whatever that was going to be. I can't remember off the top of my head what... I think it was Bluestone Pendant, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was Bluestone. Which, honestly, instead of building crits at that point, you should have just done what Tribus did. Go Chinsize instead of the Wind Demon. Keep your Bluestone, and then go into the attack speed buffing Bluestone instead. I think that would have done you a lot more good, especially since it gives you a little bit of damage mitigation, which would have helped you survive with the melee attacks a little bit better. So I think Uller's main mistake was building crits. As nice as the Executioner was here, crits weren't going to do as much because, hey, Jade Emperor's Crown, hey, Pridwin, Tainted Amulet, Caduceus Shield, hey, I've got Sovereignty and Sentinel's Embrace on top of that. I mean, honestly, that would be, I would say, Uller's main mistake. The Anubis built fine. The Anubis did really well, built really fine, respected the Thanatos. I will say I think the Anubis could have built a little bit more penetration. I mean, we have 10% here, but this was really late. This was going to probably be Spear of Desolation. But I think Anubis should have built Typhon's Fang instead of Soul Gem here, gone into more penetration. Even Ratatouille would have been fine, and then kind of clean up with Soul Gem at the end. The fact that Anubis also went into Sacrificial Shroud as well is not great on Anubis, and the reason why is because if the enemy escapes your abilities, because only the Grasp of the Dead is something you can really consistently hit because you don't stop moving, you can throw it down just instantly, like really quick, and while you can bust out Anubis' abilities really quick across the board, a lot of them have either, in the case of the Wrap, it has a very narrow range, it's very easy to miss, and you're costing 5% of your maximum health to throw out a Wrap that, if you miss, means nothing. You just paid 5% of your max health for no reason. Your Locust Breath, that's pretty easy to get away from if you haven't hit your Wrap, so you've just cost 5% of your health for a very small amount of lifesteal, probably not even enough to get back the 5% of the health you've lost. It really depends on who you're Locusting. And the ult is a very similar situation. You're just CC immune and it has a longer range. That's basically what it comes down to. This is an extremely high-risk item, and I think the only reason that this didn't really punish the Anubis as much as you would think is because this is built at the very last second, and overall I think the other Shroud would have done Anubis a lot more good. I think this was an unnecessary risk the Anubis was taking out of desperation. I will say that, and Anubis should have rushed Bancroft's Talon right off the top, get that 60 power. Even if it's not a whole lot of magical lifesteal, you obviously don't have the ability damage to necessarily heal a lot at the beginning anyways, and then when you finish Bancroft's Talon, now you've got the power and lifesteal to effectively heal yourself. So I will have to say that that's my only real criticism surrounding the Shroud here, and maybe build Soul Gem a little bit later, get that Typhon's Fang out there so you can get that penetration, because we were building the penetration here. I mean, he was doing nothing to me at all, and I can interrupt him pretty easily out of his Locust Breath. So that's really what this match ultimately came down to, I think. It was a very interesting combination of... In Uller's case, it was primarily the build. In Tsukiyomi's case, it was a combination of the supports for each side and just not being as good in Clash as Thanatos. For the Anubis, it was a little bit of build problem, but the Anubis overall played pretty well. Anubis just took a lot of unnecessary risks, I think, in terms of itemization. Particularly the Sacrificial Shroud, but the Soul Gem early on, while a nice benefit, isn't necessarily super important at that point. So, that's all I'm really going to say here. Thank you all very much for joining me. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, ideas, suggestions, or requests, please leave them down in the comment section below. If you like this, please like and subscribe, and thank you for joining me, and have a great 24 hours.